You're such an asshole.
AssholeConsulting.com. Hey Aaron, I know you're really smart when it comes to politics. My question is, how do you think the 2012 election would have been different if Herman Cain would have been the one chosen to run against Obama? I know you said Herman Cain was the most qualified, but I also think given the narrative of the black underdog going up against the white oppressor, it would have been the best to run Herman Cain against Obama to avoid that. I also think that a lot of white people would have felt more comfortable voting for Herman Cain over Obama because they couldn't be accused of racism and white supremacy. Unfortunately, that's true. Unfortunately, white people are pussies. And like, oh my God, I might be called a racist. Like, yeah, okay, so let me fuck you up the ass more and call you white privilege and you have this and you have that. We should have quotas. You guys, I mean, I've never seen in the history of the world, except for Sweden, a group of people just bend over and spread their ass cheeks more for other people than white people in the United States. It's why I do not have a respect. I just hate and loathe the Swipples. There are, of course, white people that have self-respect and they don't tolerate racism. But man, the Swipples and the SJWs and the liberals, they just, damn, so bad. I mean, like, if you're so, seriously, guys, all the white people listening, if you're so guilty about racism that you didn't commit, that you had nothing to do with because your parents came over in the 1890s, your great-great-grandparents came over in the 1890s and never owned slaves. If you feel that bad, just go kill yourself and give all your money to the fucking minority. Just do it. Or if you're male and you feel that you're sexist and you're misogyny, you have nothing's stopping you from giving all your wealth, pulling a Jesus Christ, do a true socialist thing, and give all your money to people that aren't like you. The victims, go, do. And if you feel really bad about yourself, nobody's stopping you from putting a bullet in your fucking head. Go do it if you have that much white guilt. But there are some people, but more or less, yeah, you're right. They, I voted for a black guy, see? See what I did? It's like, yeah, but do you got any black friends? You ever hang out with black people? Some of them are pretty cool. They're just like you and me. It's just, this is a little bit darker. That's it. Conservative libertarian ones, anyway. Yeah, just regular rank and file leftists. Why the fuck would you hang out with those people? All right. If you ever come to if Herman Cain would have won the election, you wouldn't have to deal with the "you just won because of white supremacy" storyline. And for people like Sam Jackson, who basically brag, I voted for Obama because he's black and there's nothing you can do about it. Well, yeah, but fuck Sam Jackson. By running Herman Cain, you could basically say, you want to play that game, we'll just run a black guy of our own. At the end of the day, I think Herman Cain would have had a much better chance to win against Obama in the front of the mainstream audience than boring-ass Mitt Romney. Your thoughts? You're 100% right, but let me delve a little bit more into the likes of Herman Cain or my other guy who did not win. Everyone thought he was a weirdo. The brain surgeon. What was his fucking name? Ben Carson. If we are to be true and moral, libertarian, Republicans, conservatives, at least not leftists, we don't vote for people because of their skin color or because vagina or their plumbing. That is truly sexist and racist and bigoted. Maybe it's positive racism. Oh, we vote for him but we want him to do well. It doesn't matter. A different treatment of people because of a trait that they were born with and they did not earn is an ism. Sexism, racism, whatever. In the United States, I want the best man or woman to be in the presidency and all the congressional seats. I don't give a shit if that makes it all black. I don't give a shit if that makes it all white. I don't give a shit if it's all genders, gray hairs, trans. It doesn't matter. I want the right man and woman for the job. I want them to lower my fucking taxes and leave me the fuck alone and let me be free in this greatest nation ever and not pay for other people's shit. That's it. So the Republicans, at least you gotta give the Republicans, in this one regard, again, you guys don't like Donald Trump, I understand. I'm not a big fan again of him either. But at least the Republicans allowed democracy to succeed. Where the irony of ironies, the hypocrisy of hypocrisies, is how the Democrat Party totally were not democratic at all. They totally screwed over Bernie Sanders. They were tyrannical. They were dictatorial. And you women could not delineate between that evil. Where it's like, okay, you know, hey, look, a lot of people had reservations about Donald Trump, but that's what the people wanted. That's what the people got. At least the Republicans honored what the people wanted. Here's a billionaire white guy. That's what you want. Here's what you get. The Democrats totally fucked over their base. Totally violated. And you girls couldn't line up quick enough to lick Hillary's vagina. Because establishment. Whereas Bernie Sanders, I think Bernie would have won, actually, had you Democrats ran what your people wanted. But you're corrupt. You're disgustingly corrupt. So let's make it very clear that much as I like Herman Cain and Ben Carson, this has nothing to do with their race. This is because these were the best men and that they were qualified, and that's what the goal is that we should all be aiming for, whether you're the Democrat Party or Republican Party. Apparently the Democrat Party that should have been an eye-opener for all you Democrats. Should have been, but you guys just can't wait to lick the vagina of Hillary Clinton. Now, all that being said, I agree with you on this strategy of, we should hire a black guy. We should show that we are down with the peeps. We're down with the cause. We too can get colorful. We're going to get a minority. No. And that's one thing I do like about the Republican Party. My guy was Ben Carson. He didn't get nominated. The day before I went in to vote in the primaries, he dropped out. Like, fuck. And then I looked, I'm like, what do I want? I'm like, everybody hates Trump. He's the only guy speaking. I'm like, okay, I'm going to vote for Trump. Even though I didn't like the guy that much. And that's what we got to be careful of, is we can play racial politics like the Democrats. We can be bigots. We can be racist. We can be sexist and treat one group of people better than another because of things that they were born with and had not earned at all and had no control over. I'd prefer we not do that. Now, what's great about Herman Cain and Ben Carson, I didn't vote for them because they were black. I never even got around to vote for Herman Cain until the fucking thing came out. If you just look, here's the thing about minorities and women. Do you know how rare it is and how much of a genuine intellectual, independent-minded, intelligent person you have to be a not white male and run as a Republican? It's not that, okay, you're a minority, be you male or be you female or not white. To be a black man, look at Ben Carson, came from poverty, crime, all that other stuff. He made an independent choice in his own mind that I am going to run. I'm not going to run. I'm going to become a doctor. I'm going to become somebody better. Herman Cain, kind of the same thing. He's like, no, I'm going to become an entrepreneur. I think it was he turned around Godfather's Pizza. I'm not going to be the woe is me. So what the Republican Party has is they have a choice more often than not than they realize. You can run the fucking Jeb Bushes and the Mitt Romneys and these boring, milky toast, white male, middle-aged, billionaire, conservative Republicans. You can do that. You can. But through galvanization and poverty, not to mention overcoming the total and complete leftist brainwashing and propaganda that minorities and women receive to then still be a Republican, and then after a successful career and being a doctor like Dr. Carson or being an entrepreneur like Herman Cain or Carly Fiorina, I think she was in Hewlett Packard, for you to run these, you live a real life and to draw the same color, that there is more than enough qualified ideal candidates who happen to not be white males in the not leftist party, libertarian, conservative, whatever else have you. And that's why it's not coincidence that I liked Herman Cain or Ben Carson. I'm like, fuck, that dude he turned around the Godfather's Pizza, CEO, private sector experience. Let's go with that. And you look at it, the fucking Mitt Romney. Now, admittedly, private sector experience, but he's fucking governor of Massachusetts. Like, fuck, can we get someone that isn't that? I mean, he's pretty swipple. Can we go something else? Hey, Ben Carson, fucking brain surgeon. Oh, he believes in dinosaurs and in 6,000 years of human evolution. It's like, he's brain surgeon. Dude, what? So if the Republicans, and I hate to use that word because they are incompetent, but at least they showed some integrity, letting Trump win the nomination. If the Republicans just did a better job of recruiting the best candidates, I think you're going to be surprised and maybe even shocked how many of the best and the most qualified candidates happen to be minorities. Because if you're born in Swipple white Republican land and Dad said I should vote Republican, okay, Father, I will. I'm majoring in business. Versus someone who comes from the ghetto, and becomes a fucking brain surgeon? In other words, the path that minorities and women have to take to become devout and real conservative, libertarians, capitalism, American lovers, freedom lovers, those are more honest and higher qualified candidates, I believe, for public office than your average Whitey McWhite who fucking ran under the Bush regime. My daddy's the president, and he was the vice president and a senator before. I'm a governor, so's my brother. We're just a bunch of blue blood whores. You don't have to play the race card. You just have to look around, and there's plenty of people of all varieties and colors and plumbing that would make outstanding candidates for the Republican or not leftist party. Although, what happened with Trump, it was honest. It was everyone wants, I just wish Ben Carson would have stayed a little bit longer. So, yes, you are 100% correct from a strategist, amoral, non-principled point of view. I think Herman Cain would have beat Obama. I think you would have gotten a couple more black votes to go with Herman Cain. Of course, you have to understand the propaganda and the brainwashing is thoroughly indoctrinated. He would have been called an Uncle Tom and an Oreo and all that other stuff. But yeah, you could certainly play that strategy, but I don't think Republicans have to sacrifice principles to do that. Because there are plenty of qualified non-white, non-male candidates. That doesn't mean you shouldn't run white males either. It doesn't mean we should just have the fucking Burger King Kids Club reading rainbow bullshit going on. But no, I was upset. Man, Herman Cain would have been a damn good president. Damn good. I don't know if you listen to his show, but I'd like him more than Trump, honestly, I'll tell you that. Certainly would like him more than Obama, but it doesn't have to be because of his race. It certainly, and it wouldn't be because of his race, because the guy was just a fucking established, successful, hardworking guy. So, all right, that's all we got. You guys got questions, the old captain's got an answer as long as you got money over at assholeconsulting.com. Somebody send this to Herman Cain, because I really like the guy. He doesn't know who the fuck I am, but he might like this comp. He might find the political analysis interesting. All right, we'll see you guys later. Toodles.